In this movie, I will teach you how to host a domain name with a private DNS cluster in a web hosting account. For this purpose, you will need a free reseller account and web hosting account details to hand. This simple procedure can be completed in just 3 easy steps. The first step is to log into your personal reseller control panel. To log in, simply click the link in the upper right corner of the screen. You are now at the login page where you need to specify your reseller account name and password in the corresponding fields. Now click the login button to open your reseller control panel. You are now at the reseller control panel opening page. Click on the domain manager link in the left hand private label section to proceed. Now navigate to the private DNS tab. Select the domain name that you have a private DNS cluster activated for from the Manage DNS for drop-down menu. Next, click on the DNS records button to check and edit the current DNS records for your domain name. The table displayed lists all DNS records set for your domain name with the private DNS cluster activated so far. In this particular case, you need to focus on the 2 A records settings. Those 2 settings will have to be modified to point your domain to another server. Congratulations, you have just successfully completed the first step. You now need to log into your personal web hosting account. If you do not have an account yet, you can buy one from the Buy Hosting Account section of your reseller control panel. To log in, open the Members Area login page and enter your username and password in the corresponding fields. Now click on the login button and enter the web hosting control panel. Once in the control panel, click on the hosted domains icon. Now our task is to add the domain name with the cluster to your account and thus host it on a web hosting server. Enter the domain name with the private DNS cluster in the domain name to host field. It is very important that you mark the Do Not Manage DNS for this domain checkbox. This will allow you to manage the domain's DNS settings from your reseller control panel. Now click on the Add Domain button to set the domain as hosted in your account. The pop-up message confirming the update will feature the new IP address for the A record of your domain. You need to copy this record from the message to be able to set it to your domain in your reseller control panel in the next step. Excellent. We have just completed the first 2 steps. We only have one more step left to complete. Now let's return to the reseller control panel. What you need to do here is simply replace the current IP address values in the A record with the new IP address you just copied from the web hosting control panel. Now click Edit to apply the changes. And then click OK to confirm them. You now need to repeat the procedure with the second A record. The green pop-up menu will confirm you have the newly set A record. This means that your reseller website using a DNS cluster will start working on the new host server in the next few hours. And that's it. You have just learnt how to host your reseller domain name using a DNS cluster in your web hosting account.